An hour. I had to come back because I told you I had a ink fingerprinting job. So I had to come back and give you some tips on ink fingerprinting really quick. So this is a separate video. The first one was 5 common documents. And I had to go do my job, so now I'm back. So hopefully somebody can catch this who didn't catch the first one. So welcome to Notary Life with Kimmi. I am Kimmi. For those of you who may be new, I am a notary educator in the great state of Georgia, but I teach all 50 states because if you know, you know. If you know how to properly notarize, you already know it doesn't matter where your documents come from. You need to know how to notarize them. It doesn't matter what state you are a notary in. Your documents are going to come from all over the world, right? So, hey, I want to say officially welcome again to everyone. So I wanted to come back though and give you some tips on ink fingerprinting. Are you even doing ink fingerprinting? Okay, we'll give YouTube a few minutes to notify everyone that I am live, and we're going to talk about ink fingerprinting because we just had a little snafu right now, and I want to give you some tips when it comes to ink fingerprinting. I do have an ink fingerprinting course. I have about 3 or 4 videos here on the channel about ink fingerprinting, but the course does a deep dive into how to do it properly. Okay, so it is included in the mentorship program. If you are not a member, you probably want to check it out. Hey, Ani, what's going on? Yeah, if you are not a member of the mentorship program, you, like I said, you want to check it out. It includes the ink fingerprinting, it includes apostille training, it includes translation services. Translation services, for many of you, you may not even be familiar with. If you don't speak another language, it's not a big deal. If someone wants to get a document translated, why do we say that? Because you can offer the service and facilitate it for the person without having to actually speak that language. And that's what I do. I offer translation services. Hey, Notary fam, it's Kimmi. I am here to let you know, just in case you have not heard about the Notary Business Coaching Success Program. We meet weekly. We talk about your notarial duties, how to do an acknowledgement, how to do a jurat, how to administer an oath, everything you've been asking for. And guess what else is included? Unlimited access to all of my trainings that will also include ink fingerprinting, trust/estate documents. Learn how to properly execute a trust. Don't forget, we also have the private community, like-minded notaries who have been trained by me. Check out my book that I've written for each state, How to Start Your Notary Business in Alabama, California. You get the point. Wherever you're located, there's a book for your state. Well, hopefully I'll see you soon over in training. Notary Educators, LLC. We got you covered. Bye. So let's talk about ink fingerprinting for a minute. Those who are joining can go back and catch the replay or go back to the beginning. So are you even offering ink fingerprinting? Put a 1 if you're doing ink fingerprinting and a 2 if you are not. Let me know. Let me know. Are you doing ink fingerprinting? Let me know. Are you doing ink fingerprinting? 1 if you are, 2 if you are not. Let me know. Are you doing ink fingerprinting? And if you are not, why aren't you? Why aren't you? I want to give you some common pitfalls to avoid right quick when it comes to ink fingerprinting. So first of all, my client came, they just came to the house, and I allow people to come by appointment only to my home, and Angel's doing ink fingerprinting. Yes, very good. So I allow people to come by appointment only. So when she gets here, she's actually way older. I was going to do it in the garage. You know, I got my little setup out there with my car and everything. But when Mom got here, I didn't realize she was 90. She's 90 years old. And she reminded me so much of my mom, guys. Oh, she was just so precious. I loved my mom. So I have no qualms about showing love for other people's mom, you know. Some people have like a guilty thing. Well, I didn't take care of my mom, so how I'm going to be nice to somebody else's mom or whatever the case may be. But anyway, she is really sweet. She reminded me so much of my mom. She's 90. This lady was 90. So I was going to do it in the garage, but when she got here, it's a little cold tonight. And I was like, oh, no, we can't do that. So I had to let her in the house. So I had to do ink fingerprinting on my couch, my nice couch in my front room. You know, you got that room nobody's supposed to sit in. So anyway, I let Mom come in there, and that's where we did the fingerprinting. So the tips I want to share with you, though, are make sure that, first of all, you have a flat surface when you are fingerprinting someone. Now, I'm talking about ink fingerprinting. I'm not talking about live scan. I do not do live scan. I personally don't see the benefit of it for my business model. The investment can be kind of high, $5,000 to $6,000. I have several videos on the channel about that. Live scan is where it's done electronically. So I do the ink with the card. I don't get that call all day long, but when I get the card, guess who's ready to go? Your girl. So you want to be the same way. Don't wait until you get the call and then say, oh, I got to get some fingerprint supplies. Or where can I get the ink from? Where can I get the cards from? You in face group asking somebody, how do you do it? No, now's the time to prepare, train, get ready, right? So I do offer, like I said, the ink fingerprinting course is inside the mentorship program. It's included. But I want to give you some tips today. So when it comes to ink fingerprinting, though, you want to make sure that you have a flat surface, a flat, hard surface. Okay, like for example, I have this folder, but this would not be a nice flat surface. Look at that. It's flimsy. It's moving. It's moving, right? That's not a good, solid, firm foundation. So I always have clipboards in my notary bag, which should be in yours also. So we use the clipboard, which is a nice solid surface for getting the print. Because if the print is not right, it will not be accepted. It's going to be rejected. So my particular person was getting ready to travel out the country. So she just needed one card done. Okay. One card. So make sure it's on the flat surface. Number two, make sure you take your time to read the card to see which finger is needed. So Jeffrey just made this mistake. That's why I had to come back live and talk about it. Again, I wasn't planning on coming live right back, but I said, I'm already dressed up. To heck with it. Let's just do it. So again, when it comes to ink fingerprinting, though, you want to make sure you take your time, read the card. Which finger is it asking for? So the client accidentally put the thumb where the index finger was supposed to go, okay? Angel says, I've completed 2. Your free video on YouTube motivated me to start doing them. I ordered the supplies you have on the supply list. Perfect. Perfect. Very good. Yep. So you can watch the free YouTube videos. Again, I do a deep dive into, a little bit more in the course. Because sometimes what if they don't have a digit? What do you do? Do you even know what a digit is? So Angel's been able to do it with the free course. And that's good. That's why I put them out here. That's why I'm putting this one out here. I try to give you as much as I can for free. But then there's some things that you just have to pay for knowledge to be a pro at. So let's just be real. So anyway, but I'm glad the videos are helping, because that's why I put them out there. I'm not ashamed to give you anything for free. I'm not at all. It's my pleasure. And I'm so glad Angel's been doing very well with that. So back to the card, though. So make sure you put the right finger or in the right place. So Jeffrey accidentally, the lady put her thumb where her index finger was supposed to go. So that's a no-go, okay? Sometimes that's number 2. So make sure you check in the card for making sure where you have the right finger for the right box. Okay, that's number 2. Number 3 is you have to make sure you have the right ink color. On those particular cards, you can only use black ink. Okay, that may not be something but you can only use black ink on the ink fingerprinting card. So if you use blue, that's a no-go. Okay, when it comes to supplies like Angel is mentioning, I do have a whole supply list at notaryeducatorsllc.com, and the ink fingerprinting video has a list of the supplies that you need also. So you can do that. And I'll try to include those links on this video for you too in the description box, what supplies you need. Okay, in order to start doing ink fingerprinting. And again, the course is included. You can buy it separately. A lot of people do buy that separately. You can buy it separately, or it is a part of mentorship. So whatever you prefer. Some people want to own that course so they can go back and reference it. So it's completely up to you. So anyway, that was tip number 3, right? Use black ink. You cannot use blue on the ink fingerprinting card. And then what else happened with that lady? Because I was just like, really? So you still record it in your journal. I have the specialty general notary book. You can record that in there, because fingerprinting is not an actual notarial act. Okay, they ask us to do it as notaries, again, because we're trustworthy. We get asked to do a lot of different things that's not under the realm of being a notary. And your notary handbook is not going to cover ink fingerprinting. So I get the question all the time, can I do ink fingerprinting in my state? You can do ink fingerprinting in all states. California might have a little something tricky, but most of them you can just do ink fingerprinting. You just need to know what you're doing so people don't bring the card back, reject it. Oh, that's the other thing. Make sure you have a nice solid print. It cannot be blurry. It can't be like she put the fingers. This person almost did that. She tried to put her fingers down. And sometimes, as you're older and even younger people, it's just hard when someone's trying to fingerprint you and somebody's trying to maneuver your finger. So the print needs to be nice and flush and clear. It cannot be spacey or gappy.